right.
Hi, everyone. Okay, we're back with another Dishing with Diamonds, and I could not be more thrilled. But before I introduce our guest, I first need to give you our wonderful disclaimer. So we are simply sharing our stories, you guys. We are not making any health claims. We are certainly not making any financial claims. We are sharing our journey to Diamond and how we got there and what we did, but no claims of any type. So now that we got that out of the way, I will let you know that my name is Rainey Anderson, and I have the privilege of being a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. More importantly, I have the honor of introducing my friend. I would have never met Jen Poole had it not been for this amazing opportunity. Jen is a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus. She has been with our company for 5 years?
5.5.
5.5 years. Okay, you guys, see, this is why you need to practice your introductions. You need to know your facts.
Hey, 5 years. Good.
5-ish years. You know, I've always told people I have zero green personality. So, you know, facts, numbers, they just don't stick. But beyond all that, you guys, Jen is just the real deal. She's solid. She's an amazing leader. She is absolutely one of my Plexus mentors. And I'm grateful, Jen, that you said yes to sharing your time with us today. So thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
Yay. Okay, so we're just going to get into these questions. How does that sound?
Sounds great. Let's go.
Okay, awesome. So describe your life to us before Plexus.
My life before Plexus felt like I was running in a circle and not going anywhere. Meaning, I liked what I did. I was in dentistry for 16 years. I never had the choice or the opportunity to go to college. I worked right out of high school. That was never offered to me. I grew up very poor. So when I became interested in dentistry, my goal was to be a dentist. That's really what I wanted to do. And me being stuck in life, knowing this girl from a small town that grew up, you know, not going to college, I'll never have that opportunity. So I got into the dental field, and I did very well at it. Like I said, 16 years in it. I did everything pretty much a dentist could do. It was a lot of fun, and I just stayed stuck in life. I live in paycheck to paycheck. Not believing myself that I can do anything better than that, other than go to work for somebody else, and come home and be tired, work 12, 13-hour days. You know, I was office manager. I was clinical manager. I was in charge of designing, making, fabricating, and milling all the crowns that came through our office. So I did lab work. I did everything, and it was so much fun that I had that opportunity to do all that since I couldn't be a dentist. But again, I was being taken advantage of.
Yeah.
So I was pregnant, and that's when Plexus kind of fell into my life. I was looking for a way to lose weight. You're going to ask me this later. I'm pretty
No, you're
sure.
good.
So
no, you're good.
That is my life before Plexus, is overworked, underpaid. We had moved around to many different states, so I wasn't around family. My husband worked for the railroad. He's an engineer, and he was in management. That took us all around the United States. And so traveling and moving every year was tough.
Mm-hmm.
Starting new jobs, and, you know, it was my husband would go to work, I'd go to work. We never saw each other because he worked different hours, I worked different hours, and it was not fun at all.
Yeah, not a lot of freedom. Like you said, you were living paycheck to paycheck. You had, you know, we're taught that we go to work for someone else. That's what we do. You're not taught in life to think outside of that box, that we could be entrepreneurs on any level. So I get that. There was probably a little bit of mindset there too. Just, if anything, of, you know, you were raised this way, so you'll be this way.
Exactly.
Right? So, okay. So you then got introduced to Plexus. So tell us about that. How did you get introduced? Who did you introduce you?
Okay. So I was about 7.5 months pregnant with my first son, Wyatt. He's going to be 6 in September. And
oh, wait, hang on. And he's so cute, you guys.
Thank you.
He is so, well, both of your boys are so precious, but since we're talking about Wyatt, and sometimes I know this as the older child, they get overshadowed by the baby, but Wyatt.
Yes, they do. And he is such a good brother. He's never been jealous. He is amazing.
Oh, I love that. And I love seeing his pictures too. Sorry, squirrel. Okay, go ahead.
Squirrel. I love it. Okay. So I was about 7.5 months pregnant, and I was heavier than I knew, being pregnant. I'd probably gained about 45 pounds with Wyatt. I'm thinking, how am I going to get this baby weight off? My heart is very sensitive to caffeine. I can't drink caffeine. And I've tried every diet pill out there prior to being pregnant just to lose weight. And it messed with my heart. I couldn't take it. And I'm thinking, I wonder if I could take Plexus. I saw it come across my Facebook. And actually, I'd met Leslie Kyle somewhere in Baton Rouge when we lived there. And we became Facebook friends. I met her one time, and this was probably a year or two later, maybe 3. It was a while later, probably 2 years. And I saw where she had quit smoking. She lost 30 pounds. And I see a picture, and I'm like, whoa, she looks amazing. So I messaged her, and I'm like, hey, girl, tell me more about this Plexus stuff. She's like, I don't know. All I know is it works. You need to sign up as an ambassador so you can get it for wholesale price. That's all she said.
And it's so funny because that's what we knew, right? We just knew to share. We knew to tell our friends, our acquaintances, how to get it at the cheapest price and just do it.
That's right.
Right. I love it. Okay, so you were introduced by Leslie. You apparently signed up as a wholesale ambassador.
I did.
Started the products. So walk us through being, using the products, but then deciding, I want to pursue this, or were you accidentally in business? Tell me more about that.
Okay, so immediately I get bombarded with Allison Bro messaging me when I joined the team. Hey, welcome to the team, blah, blah, blah. I messaged Leslie and I'm like, look, I'm not working this business. I'm in dentistry. I work on teeth. I don't sell anything. I have never touched a network marketing company in my life. Stay away from me. Don't ask me about the business side. You told me the best way to sign up is wholesale price. So that's what I did. I got the products in and they set. I was scared to take them. And finally I started taking them, and this was after I had Wyatt, and Wyatt was probably 3 months old when I started taking them. And people were like, what are you doing? You look amazing. You have a newborn at home. You're not getting any sleep. You're energized. And mind you, I could not take any of the other products, diet pills, anything prior to Plexus because it messed with my heart. So for me to be able to take the Plexus Slim and feel that amazing and take the other products, it was just like a snowball effect to where I didn't even know that I was in this business. When people were asking me, I was sharing what was working for me. And then, I'm not kidding you, people ordered from my website, got the first check, light bulb clicks, and I'm thinking, this is what I've been praying for. This is what God has brought into my life. I've been praying for God to take my hand and lead me in the direction I needed to go so I could be at home with Wyatt and we can eventually move back home to Texas. And just to make everything come together. I was tired. And that's exactly what happened. I started Plexus. I started working the business side. One thing led to another. 3 months after starting the Plexus products and working the business, I walked into my dental career and hung it up. I was done. I retired at the age of 33. That was 5.5 years ago.
Wow. Oh my God. Okay. So I love that story. And I also love how it was just accidental.
Accidental business. Complete accidental.
And in fact, you were kind of like, I don't want to do this. Like, yeah, Allison, who now is one of your dear friends, right?
Very good friend of mine.
But you're kind of like, back off, girl. I didn't join your team. Yeah, I didn't join your team. I just wanted wholesale pricing. So I know that story, it will be a place of connection for those that are tuning in, for sure. How many times have we heard that? Like 1 million at this point? 1,000?
1 million.
Yeah, for sure. So, okay. So you joined, and so walk me through just a brief, and what you can remember. Like, how long did it take you to get to Emerald? How long did it take you to get to Sapphire, Diamond? Let's just do the jewel parts of it.
Okay, so me being in my box and starting this business, I had to break away from my comfort zone, and that was very hard for me. I'm a very shy person. I didn't believe in myself. I'm just thinking, you know what? Let me just bring in enough money to get the products paid for. Maybe I can only work part-time, so I won't have to be in daycare every day. And so I started with small goals, and I met those goals very quickly. And then when my check from Plexus started being more than it was working full time, that's when I'm like, you know what, I'm doing it. I'm giving it all I have. I'm quitting. I'm retiring, and I'm going to do the business. It was the scariest moment of my life. My husband backed me. My mom and dad did not back me. They're like, what are you doing? You're quitting your career. I'm like, I am, because this is where I need to be with this company. So it was like crazy since then. And that's so funny because it's like I'm repeating my diamond dog. I'm saying the same things.
I love it though. But you know what? But it's so good to revisit that journey, and
it is.
And it's where
so it took me a while to realize what I had. My first conference call, it was a disaster. I had my sister, me, and Kim Silver, a Sapphire ambassador, a good friend of mine. She's still with Plexus, great friend of mine. Anyway, it was just us three on the call. When I say I failed that call, that training call, it was horrible. I cried when I hung up. I said I would never do this again. So I sat there the next day. I said, you know what, Jennifer, you are going to do this again, and you're going to fail, and you're going to learn from it. So I picked up the phone that next week, did another training call. There were more people on, and each week I learned what to do and what not to do, what to say and what not to say, and I poured myself into learning all I could. I was kind of stuck. I moved up in the ranks very quick. When I hit Senior Ruby, that was when I went to my first convention. Okay. I was Senior Ruby at my first convention.
So how long was that? Like, what month did you join in?
9 months.
Okay, so about 9. That's awesome. That is very fast.
Hold on.
Okay.
I hit Senior Ruby about 9-10 months into the business. Yes.
That's huge.
And then I was stuck. I felt like I was happy, but that's the thing. I didn't know I wanted more because the money I was bringing in was made way more money than I've ever brought in my entire life. Being a Senior Ruby, I was perfectly happy staying at home. I didn't know or have a goal. Okay, I'm going to be Emerald. Okay, I'm going to be Diamond. Until I walked into my first convention. That is when my life completely changed. I walked in one person and walked out another. When I walked out of there, I told myself I will be a Diamond ambassador by next convention, and it happened.
And hang on, I love this, and I'm sorry to keep interrupting, but because you are somebody, y'all heard Jen has 5.5 years with Plexus, so what she has as well is history of the company, and so I'm just curious. So was that at a time so you walked out saying I want to be Diamond, but at that point we didn't have any diamonds. That was still true. That was still just, I want to be at the top because I
want to be at the top. You're right.
And so, I think that that's huge because the people, now we have people that have blazed that trail. We have 100 and something diamonds at this point, 114, I believe it is. So they know what that means. Mm-hmm. We know what that means now. We have a barometer. We have a comp plan chart out there that actually shows what that looks like for people.
Exactly.
Right? We didn't have that. And so I think that I just love to paint that picture for everybody because we didn't really know.
No.
And you especially didn't know.
To this day, I'm still learning things. That's the thing.
Yes.
It's a learning experience every single day with this business.
Absolutely. So sorry to interrupt on that one. I love the fact that you have history on this company. So you were stuck, but you walked in that convention and you're like, I'm coming back as a Diamond, or I'm going to be Diamond.
That is correct. I'm going to make it to the top. And I can tell you, when I got home, I was still, so I was Senior Ruby took me 10 months to get there. And then at my 18th month mark, that's hard to say, 18th month mark, with the company, I was Diamond. So even though I was Senior Ruby for so long, I hit Emerald. 2 months later, I hit Sapphire, and that next month, I hit Diamond.
So crazy. So awesome.
It's crazy how it works. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy and exciting. And
I want to say when I came in, and you might be better with the time frame, I joined in April. So this is my anniversary month for 4 years. So
awesome. Happy anniversary.
Thank you. So when I came in, I want to say you were maybe just turning Emerald.
Yes, I believe so.
Either you already were or you had just turned emerald.
I think I had just turned emerald.
Okay. That's so cool.
Go ahead.
No, it's just that's so cool. Like, just to know, like, the history before.
Yes.
When I came in, y'all, Jen was emerald. And such a huge mentor for me. And I mean, it was in those months that we absolutely developed a friendship.
Definitely. I remember talking to you for the first time, and I will never forget it. It's like yesterday.
Me too, for sure. So then you became diamond, and that was...
I did. I hit diamond, and I was one of the third diamonds in the whole company to hit. And when I turned diamond with my upline Allison, with Lori Harrison, with Amy Sage. So there was a few of us that all turned, but we were all the third. We were, if that makes sense, because I mean, there was many of us that turned, but
that's how it was for Heather Burke and I. We don't know. I know I'm like 35, 36 or somewhere around
right.
there. Like, because she and I went that month. We were the only two. And we don't know if it was she hit the points first or I hit but so we're always like, I don't know, 35, 36, who knows?
Yeah. I always say we're all number 3.
Yeah, exactly.
We're all number 3.
Absolutely. And that's so huge. I mean, and I remember that time so very well. Mm-hmm. It was so fun and exciting. And I mean, because here we are getting our first diamonds in the company. And we're a part of it, I mean, that was what was so cool, is that we are in, y'all. So those of you that are on my team that are tuning in, we get people from all different teams watching. But for those of you that are on my team, we're in Jen's downline. We're way down there. I don't know if we've ever figured out exactly where I am to you, because we've got some gaps in between.
Right.
But I feel like I'm your 8, maybe.
Yeah, I think with compression and the way things have been, I think you're my 8 or 9.
Yeah. Because do you know where Celeste? Because I'm Celeste level 1. So if we know where Celeste is to you,
then you are my level 8.
Okay, so she's your 7.
Yes.
Those aren't bad points to get, even as your level 7.
No, ma'am, they're not.
We love us some Celeste. Okay, so sorry, I'm so squirrel with you today, but because you've got so much good information. Okay, so we know this business, and you and I talked about this before we hit record, but this business has its ups and its downs, and I was talking to somebody the other day, and we've heard our business likened to a roller coaster before, right? Mm-hmm. Ups and downs. But what I had this aha moment, and I want to share it with you about the roller coaster. You have no other choice but to go back up when you're on a roller coaster. So like law of gravity, what goes up must come down. There's no guarantee that it's going to go back up. But if you're on a roller coaster, you have to go back up. So right. With that being said, there are moments, I'm sure, that we go through, we're not motivated. We're people, we get our ups and our downs too, right? So how do you stay motivated in this business?
I can tell you that it's hard. Some days are hard. But that's when you have to constantly work on yourself and personal growth, and that will help you get past your bad days of being a leader. I wasn't born a leader. Being a leader, I've had to learn how to be a leader. And some people are born a leader and they're just natural at it, and some people aren't. I love what I'm doing, but I've had to learn how to cope with the bad days. When I'm getting bombarded with nothing but negativity, I still have to maintain my positive attitude and be positive. And I may not be getting that anywhere else, but I still have to be positive. So motivation. What was the question again? Where do I get it from? Where do I look?
Or how do I stay motivated? Yeah.
Right. I stay motivated because I surround myself with positive people. Mm-hmm. I work on personal growth. Personal growth is something you have to work on. I need to work on it daily, but I'm working on it weekly now. My hands are full. It's something you can't work on one time and stop. You have to constantly work on yourself. When you pick yourself up, then you pick your team up, you pick your business up, everything falls into place. So I would say personal growth and surround yourself with positive people.
Perfect. I love it. It's community, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Okay. So do you have a go-to motivational phrase that you lean on?
I do.
What is
it? It's my hunger for success is fueled by my passion.
Ooh, that's a good one.
because that has been since day one. When that light bulb went off in my head, that has been my quote from day one. And that is what has pushed me on bad days also, because my passion for helping people, now I know why I'm here and what I'm meant to really do. You know, I help people smile. And before that, I help people. I was in cosmetology. I help people look pretty. You know, before that, I worked on eyes, optician. I help people see. So I've always wanted to help people. But this is by far the most rewarding is the passion I have for the company, the products, my team, just everything as a whole is huge. And so my hunger for success is fueled by my passion.
Oh, I love that quote. I've never heard that quote before, so that I totally connect to it. What are 3 tips, business tips, that you could share with us today?
Okay, the first one I'm going to say is, guys, listen to me. Okay? We are all human. We're going to have bad days, bad months, bad years. I had a horrible year last year. But right now, Plexus Worldwide is still one of the fastest growing companies, health and wellness companies in the United States. What does that tell you? We have what everyone needs. What is the problem with the world? It's an unhealthy gut, right? So we have what everyone needs. So our problem is getting this information to everybody. Don't be scared to talk to people. Change the way you look at it. Change your mindset. Mindset is huge. Don't be scared to offend someone. Share Plexus because you care. Share Plexus to change lives. Do not share Plexus to make a sale, because your success will end very quickly. You may be successful for a short time, but that's it. Your heart has to be in it. Your passion has to be in it. You have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, who's going to believe in you? Okay? So, because we have what everyone needs, we have the key to success sitting in our hands.
Amen. So true. So true. So be
Yes.
bold, be passionate, get out there, right? It's, you know, I've heard it even likened to, it's like our moral obligation, because we know.
Yes.
So why wouldn't you share that?
Right. And y'all, these products are amazing, what they've done. You know, don't get discouraged because you get a no. Don't get discouraged because someone says they're going to buy from you and they don't, or someone's going to sign up and they sign up under somebody else. Don't get discouraged when a team member you're trying to work with doesn't want to work back, but you see the potential in them. You believe in them. You know what they have. They're not ready yet. They're not ready. So just know that you are with the best company, and we have the key to success in our hands. So that's the first thing I have. The second thing I have is you must find your why at the beginning of your journey. If you don't have it now, and it's going to change, then you need to write it down. Your why needs to make you cry. Mm-hmm. Why do you want this business to work? Why do you want to be successful? And being successful to one person may mean something totally different to somebody else. You know, maybe someone bringing in $2,000 a month. That is success for them. Okay, well, maybe this person wants $500 a month. That's success for them. So whatever your why is, you need to dig down deep into your heart, and you need to get up every morning and read your why. It needs to make you cry, because that's going to motivate you to do what you need to do with your business to be successful. That's number 2. Number 3, I would say, oh God, I have so much stuff to talk about. But the top 3 would be let go of your excuses. You have to commit. Consistency is key. If you're not consistent with sharing these products with people, then no one's going to believe that you're consistent in your business. Building relationships, expanding your network. You have to constantly expand your network and build relationships with people, so you have all these people still coming in. You know, it's network marketing is relationship marketing, and that's all there is to it. So
period, right? I mean, the relationship is key. You know, you can't expect that you're just going to post on Facebook and that's going to be enough.
Right.
It's not enough.
Right. You have to get out there. You have to join groups, join mom groups, you know, I'm loving that. My son Wyatt is he was in soccer. He was in karate. Now he's in baseball. We signed him up for football. Football starts. I'm meeting all these moms, and they're like, oh my gosh, what do you do? So it's really exciting for me. And on top of that, I always try to bring up Plexus wherever I go. And it's all in how you say it. Don't be scared to tell people about it. You don't want to keep the secret. You don't want to keep this gift a secret. You want to share it with the world, is what I tell people.
Absolutely. Because, I mean, isn't there a difference between like, well, tell me what you do. And you're like, oh, well, you know, I just do this, you know, it's supplements and you know, like all of a sudden, I mean, that alone, you're like, what, are they not good supplements? Are you just,
yeah,
like, are you embarrassed?
Okay, I'm going to turn around and walk away now.
Is it snake oil? Because the way you're talking right now, it feels like it's weird. Like, but if you're like, oh my goodness, I represent the most incredible line of, you know, products that have made me feel crazy good. I mean, you're drawing someone and they're like, I want to feel crazy good. I want better sleep. I want energy. So yeah, it's all how we, you know, communicate and approach it. So in your 5.5 years, how many people because, okay, I crack up, and I say this almost every time I ask this question, I crack up that this is even one of my questions, because I promise you, I feel like my number changes every time I try to answer this question, because I have zero green in me, and I don't run reports really well, and, you know, I'm learning. See, I'm a work in progress. But so about how many level 1s have you personally sponsored in Plexus?
Oh, wow. How many have I personally sponsored? I would say, I thought you were going to ask me how many active ones I have going.
Well, yeah, I'm going to ask you that too. I'm asking that too.
Lots. I don't even know. I really don't.
Okay, that's okay. You know, I'd rather that answer, but a lot. Too many that in your mind,
yes,
it's like you can't go, oh, I have 42, you know, so.
I would say probably 75.
Okay, there you go. That's a lot. That's a lot. So about how many, and again, because again, how many are active?
Active, I have about 25.
Okay.
And I have probably about 21 of those that are very active, as far as like, I don't have just one leg working. It's kind of spread out evenly. So it works really well that all the lines are doing, the legs, not lines, all the legs are doing great. And I have a few that just get wholesale prices, but majority, I have about 21 really, really working.
That's great. That is an awesome number. And I'd say, you know, y'all, I remember my first leaders retreat, and Eric Warre spoke, and he said, basically, he gave some stat, and again, I paraphrase everything, but for every 20 people that join you, you're going to be lucky, he said, that if you still have 2 of them with you. Yes. And so those numbers really did. At first, I thought, because I'm in the height of my momentum, right? I'm thinking, you are a stinker. You don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
That was your bad luck, Eric Warre, because, you know, that's just you. No, that he knew he was there for a reason. He was an expert, but that number has absolutely proven itself to be true. I can say that for my journey, and that now that you're my 28th interview, and
oh wow,
I know, right? And so in speaking to 28 or now 28 diamonds, that's about the number as well that comes out. So he was right. He's an expert. So, okay.
Yes, he knows what he's talking about.
Yes. I mean, you know, he did write a book, and probably more than one. Super successful for a reason. So, okay. What is a lesson that you've learned in your journey to diamond, or that you're still learning?
One of the hardest lessons is knowing what someone has, but because they don't believe in themselves, they give up on their success. But you believe in them, and giving up on them because they don't want it and you can't do it for them. That has been one of the hardest things that I've learned, is knowing, okay, Jennifer, you've given all you have to this person. You know you believe in them, but they don't believe in themselves. And until they don't believe in themselves, it's not going to happen. And it's hard letting them people go, because I want them so bad to get it, you know, to believe in themselves and know that they can do this. Anybody can. That has been one of the hardest things. And it hurts, because I know if they just loved who they are and believed in themselves, it could totally change everything.
I heard somebody once say, I think it was, you know who Bob Heilig is? He was in network marketing, and now he's become more of a consultant, more of a Eric Warre type.
Okay.
So he said most people won't play an active role in their own rescue. And I thought, right? And then,
I'm going to write that down. I
yeah,
love that.
yes, most people won't take an active role in their own rescue. And I just heard that maybe 6 months ago. And until I heard him say exactly that, I had a hard time reconciling being able to let someone go, saying, oh,
Yes.
that they're one of those people who don't want to play an active role in the rescue. And that's why, y'all, and like Jen just said, anybody can do this business. Anybody has the potential to make it to the top. The reason why very few do is because most people won't play an active role in their own rescue.
Exactly. I love that. I love that.
Look him up, Bob Hyland.
I am.
Yeah, he has some really on point perspective as well as trainings, and I've actually taken several of his trainings and made them my own because that's what we do. We duplicate, right?
Right. I'm gonna definitely do that. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you're so welcome. Okay, so last question for you. So
let me. I had one more little thing to say about that last one.
Please do.
Okay, so instead of wasting your time trying to get the ones that don't want to do it, do it. Take that energy and time and focus on bringing in new people. Period.
When you say
don't waste the time on the people who don't believe in themselves and don't want it. It's hard, but you've got to get over it and focus that energy and time on bringing new people in.
And wouldn't you say that's so crucial to our businesses is to never stop working your own business?
Never, ever, ever.
Yeah. I mean, and Jen and I talked about this before, you guys. Even at Diamond, you think, oh, I've arrived. And the beauty is you do have more time freedom. You work your business differently at Diamond than you do when you're working your way through the ranks. However, take it from two people that are telling you by experience, you got to work your own business. You got to continue to sponsor. You've got to continue to grow your customer base. Period. And both of them are income producing. I think a lot of times too, we get stuck as business professionals saying, oh, I'm not working my business unless I'm personally sponsoring. But if you're adding customers,
yes,
you are potentially filling your pipeline to personally sponsor.
That's right.
So, they both count, y'all. So great.
Yes.
Did we finish that point?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Excellent. Okay, so now last question. So we know that as we are ranking up and we are blessed with the opportunity to make more money, Diamond is the pinnacle of that, and there's a huge financial blessing there. So I'm curious as to something that has given you pleasure and joy since becoming a Diamond, like that you've been able to do financially.
Oh man, it has been, growing up poor was hard. All my friends had other things that I didn't have. I remember maybe eating out twice as a kid. It's just because we didn't have that option. So now to have this money, the one thing that I've done and have enjoyed, and it's been the most rewarding to me and has filled my heart, is paying it forward. Adopting people at Christmas, families who don't have anything. I love to spoil people. Now I help my mom and dad quite a bit with some bills, and I've never been able to do that. They don't like it, but I do it. Just paying it forward and sharing the amazing sorry, I had a phone call coming in.
It's okay.
So that, and then we've also been able to move back home to Texas. We have built we've been in our house 2 years, and I will say that this was our dream home, but now I have another dream home.
Yes. But
so we built our dream home, and now I'm thinking, I would make some changes. We're still not done here. We have to I want to do a pool, a shop, an outdoor kitchen. We're working on that this summer. And the best part was we paid cash for half of it.
That's awesome. That is so cool.
Yes. So our payment on our house right now is lower than we've paid ever. I mean, we lived in apartments, everything. And this is the lowest payment we've ever had on any house or apartment we've lived in.
And it's just being a wise steward of your money. But, you know, and I love what you said, though, that you built your dream house, but this opportunity has allowed you to dream even bigger. And that's what I
Yes.
think is so cool. Just like we talk about our whys having to change, well, so do our dreams, because guess what? You have the opportunity to make your dreams come true through this amazing opportunity. So you got to find some bigger dreams, you know? And so I tell people all the time, it's okay to have built that dream house or to have attained a goal or a dream. Well, now, just like in life, right? You achieve a goal, get a new goal.
Yes.
Yay, I can't.
Yes.
I'm excited about that.
It's awesome.
Very cool. Well, I am grateful for you. I mean, this time together, you know, what I hope our viewers have taken away are nuggets. You've provided something that very few people can do for us, and that's the history, diving in deeper into Plexus and where we've started and where we've come from, and then the hope and the passion of where we're going. I think that's so cool. And I know that this audience has fallen in love with you. Maybe not as much as I have, because, you know, love for you is really deep, but seriously, that they find connection with you. And I know they're grateful for your time as well. So thank you.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm just, you know, I love you, and I will do anything. I just love the whole team. I love that we all work together, and if I hope that someone takes some information and runs with it, because all you have to do is do what you're being told, and follow. Don't recreate the wheel. Follow what you're being told, and things will work out great.
Exactly. I mean, you know, and not to have this go on and on forever, but, you know, I had someone reach out to me and they're like, you know, I'm reaching out and I'm not connecting, I'm not getting responses. And so we're looking at what they're saying, and we're saying, how about you change this, you know, shorten this, do this. And you get pushback sometimes, right? And it's like, but listen to me. I promise you, it may not feel comfortable to you, but try it my way, because your way's not working, right?
Yes.
So listen to Jen, y'all. She knows what she's doing. And like she said, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just duplicate.
I said create.
Yeah. Reinvent, recreate, whatever. It all translates the same way. So you're awesome. Yes. Thank you so much. And everyone, thanks so much again for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys investing in yourselves, because that is what it's all about. So y'all have a great day. And as always, go Plexus.
Thanks. Bye.